Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Merhayreni kazadanka vora breletar jur vortige hart kan shume azadanka yastan jur vortige hart kan shume azadanka yastan. Ayech bair kes miderosh vor im cerkov kortsetzi kishernere yes kunchega arda sukov levatsi kishernere yes kunchega arda sukov levatsi nair neran yere kuinov nevirangal merneshan toch poch boritesh namudem toch mishman sayastan toch poch boritesh namudem toch mishpan sayastan. Amen eintech mamie mart mi ankam bid merni paitierani vor juraski azadutyan gezovi paitierani vor juraski azadutyan gezovi.
Hello, I am Saul Jimenez Sandoval, and it is my honor to serve as the interim president of California State University, Fresno. I have been at Fresno State for more than 20 years as a professor of Spanish and Portuguese, dean of the College of Arts and Humanities, and provost, until my recent appointment in January as interim president. I've already had the privilege of meeting many of you in the Armenian community over my years at Fresno State, but I'd like to take a moment to share a bit of my personal history with you. My wife, Dr. Mariana Anagnostopoulos, is an ancient Greek philosopher and a Fresno State professor in the Department of Philosophy. We have two children, Arion and Leo, and most of my siblings and father live in Fowler, where I moved as a child in 1980. After earning my PhD from UC Irvine and considering job offers from universities far and wide, I knew I wanted to return here, to a place of deep personal significance, where I felt I could make an impact. I give you this brief context because my story resembles many of yours in the Armenian community. We share a dedication to hard work, the land, and family. Growing up in Fowler, I knew many Armenian American families and gained an understanding of the significant contributions of the community to the rich diversity of our region. I developed a deep appreciation of their love for each other and their great food. My favorites are boreg and lahmacun. And for dessert, I'll take sutjak anytime. At Fresno State, my respect for Armenian history deepened as I worked with Barlow and Sergio. My family and I were proud to stand with 4,000 other people, including many of you, I'm sure, at the Fresno State Armenian Genocide Monument dedication on April 24, 2015. And I've been back to the monument each April 24 as we remember the unspeakable acts of genocide and those the monument commemorates. This appreciation for Armenia, its culture and history, culminated with my family trip to Armenia in 2019. My family and I are grateful that we spent 2 weeks visiting the most sacred sites of Armenia with Dr. Laporta. It was there that I understood Armenians' love for their alphabet, for it is their alphabet that enshrines their history, spiritual beliefs, and ethos as a people. Today, as we remember the genocide, our minds and hearts are also with the Armenian people in Artsakh who have been displaced from their homeland and have suffered so much. We hope and pray they will have peace in their lives. The recent Azerbaijani-Armenian war's violence has layered fresh trauma and tragedy on top of decades of devastation. Education has been and continues to be the means of shedding light on the darkness of genocide. At Fresno State, I'm hoping that in the fall, we will have many students, faculty, and staff back on campus. With their return, many will understand that the Armenian Genocide Memorial represents that beacon of light that celebrates the triumph of the Armenian people in Fresno and around the world. As Fresno State is the premier educational institution of our region, and as the Armenian Genocide Monument aims to increase awareness, we are reminded that part of our mission is to inform people about the horrors of the Armenian genocide, as well as genocides throughout the world. Like our CSU Chancellor, Dr. Joseph Castro, did on each April 24th commemoration, I also pledge the following: Menk Yerpek Chenk Mornar. We will never forget. I'll leave you with this image. The top of the monument has a circle that has been cut. It's a severed halo representing the Armenians who perished in the genocide. This halo points towards the heaven, representing Fresno State's resolve to keep the remembrance alive of over 1.5 million Armenians who perished. Our monument is a symbol of hope, education, memory, and inspiration. Thank you for this opportunity to speak and for your support of the Armenian Studies program at Fresno State. I thank you for your strength of community, which inspires us all.
I am Professor Barlow Dermagerdician.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hago Pohanesian.
On behalf of the Armenian Studies program at Fresno State, we join the Armenian community in Fresno and throughout the world in commemorating the 106th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. We honor the memory and we honor the memory of our Armenian martyrs who have lost their lives for the Armenian people.
On the occasion of the 106th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide, we come together as a community, we come together as a diaspora, and we reflect and remember on the memory of those victims of the Armenian Genocide.
So we stand before you in front of the Armenian Genocide Monument at Fresno State, which was constructed in 2015. It's a permanent reminder to commemorate, to inspire, and to educate future generations to remember the Armenian Genocide of 1915.
This is the poem The Few by Baru Sevan. We are few, we Armenians, and we don't think of ourselves as better than anyone else. But we must admit, we are the one people with an Ararat, and the only people with a Sevan that catches the true images of the heavens.
And is it not true that our land is where David fought and Nodek wrote? And were we not the first to sculpt monasteries from stone and fashion fish, from rock and birds and clay?
We are few and we are called high, and we don't think of ourselves as superior to others, but still our fate has been different. Too much blood has flowed from us. However, even when we were many and huge, even in our time of strength, we did not destroy any other race. Nor was any soul struck down by the blow of our arm. If any were enslaved, it was only by our books, and if any were ruled, it was only by.
Evidently, it was death who loved us, although we never loved it back, nor gave ourselves to it. Only when we were discouraged did we abandon our lands to it. Only when we were enslaved did we leave and try to build bridges, arches, tried to plow other land, raise other crops, sing other songs.
Now we are few, but we are Armenian, and we know how to weep from pain of wounds that never heal. Yet, we also know how to celebrate health with songs.
We know how to fight back and pierce the enemy's side, and how to befriend the friend and to return his favor.
For the sake of light and justice, we know how to shape our lives.
However, should fire try to forge us, change us into strange, new shapes, we know how to tamp the flame. If the world is dark, darkness taught us how to mold candles, to know the worth of warmth and love, passion and respect. We also know that, although not superior, we are Armenians and proud.
We exist, we stand, we are few, but we shall.
No art is lost and yours shall never be. For when you sing at least for me.
And when at last my mortal day is done, remember, friend, that I shall leave a son.
Tutored to seek the glory of his race, wherever he may go, to what strange place.
In your clear voice, which is the very pith of our old legend and our deathless myth.
And if the mother of our son shall be a daughter of our ancient family.
I think she'll teach him in his early years that when you sing, he'd be moved to tears.
He will yet know how once in strength we stood, and stand forever in her motherhood.
Հայոց շագատագիրը մեզ են կտրիչ են զարկել, բայց նորեն հայերն ապրել են, ապրում են, կապրեն։ Հազար դարեր են զարկել, բայց նորեն հայերն ապրել են, ապրում են, կապրեն։ Եղեռնազարկ էլ եղավ, բայց նորեն հայերն ապրել են, ապրում են, կապրեն։ Ով են որ զարկի, ինչքան են զարկել, հայերն ապրել են, ապրում են, կապրեն։
Kelelao, kelertank, marerkir, ertank nzor, kagink madgash, khavartil, kagink, Anink maziteru jar kelelao kelertang marerkir honarosner katuts katsi kayerkir Ծիծերնակներ, թևիկ կթափի, քարեր արանց, մազի արցունք կթափի, քելելաո, քելերթանք, Marher entեղ, marmer entեղ կծաղկին Անուշ կիլան, մարմուր ձենով կկանչին Իմալ կեղնի, իմալ չերթանք մարեր գիր Kelelao, kelertank, marerkir.
Garosh, menazakuchan, zazanetzete, marnagaluchan, yerakuin garosh, menazakuchan, zazanetzete, marnagaluchan. Let's
A song called Hayastan that was composed after Armenia became independent. So let us enjoy and listen and thank God for independent Armenia.
Այս գարունը քեզ համար թող լինի անդոր Այս գարունը քո մանկած թող բերի օրոր Տառապած իմ հայրենիք այդպես մոլոր հետի քայլես Բավելուր ու գլխի կոր քայլես կանգնիր նորից ու նայիր առաջ Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը քեզ մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց թող կրունկը քո սրտում բույնը իր հյուսի թող սոխակը իր երգով քո հոգուն խոսի Եվ թող նոր այս սաղիքները քո վերքերը տակ փակեն Եվ թող արևի շողերը քեզ նորից լցնեն ողողեն սիրով Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը քեզ մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը քեզ մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը քեզ մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց Հայաստան մոռացիր այն ցավը որ գնաց հավատալով սերը քեզ մնաց թող Աստված օրհնի որ քո ծայոց Հայաստան
Հարգարժան Ֆրեզնո հայեր, գրգին անգամ ժամանակը հասած է հիշելու, հիշեցնելու եւ բանջելու մեր արդար իրավունքները։
106 տարի առաջ ցեղասպան թուրքը փորձեց հային ցայնը լրացնել, սակայն այսօր մեր ցայնը ամեն ուրեք է։
Respectable Armenians of Fresno, today we are here to remember, remind, and demand the truth of our people's history.
106 years ago, the Turkish perpetrators tried to silence our voices, but today our voices are heard around the world.
Երևան դարձած իմ երևունի դու մեր նոր Դավիթ մեր նորանի մեր փոքրիկ հողի դու մեծ երազանք մեր դարեկարոտ մեր քարեն ասանք Երևան դարձած իմ երևունի դարեր ես անցել բայց մնացել ես պատանի քո մասիս հորով
Արյան կանչեր ունիկ մեր սրդում հանկատար դենչեր ունիկ դեր շատ մեր կանչն առանց քեզ իզուրը գործի առանց քեզ մեր Tençtel gösterci Yerevan darzat İme demuni Darene sanzel Batzman atzeres badani Tomasi sorov Koarax morov Metanaz daharov Yerevan Yankum amenser Linum et arber Ismek bolorser Keznov arber Takesera mer Şekkareri Hinesera mer Ziktareri bez Yerevan darzat İme devuni Darene sanzer Batzman atzeres badani Komasi sor